In this video, things get worse before they get better. Hey guys, welcome back to another Project Pilsen. We're here 2 days after my equipped bench session because after my equipped bench session, I wanted nothing to do with filming this wrap up. What I did that day was I went back into my 46 despite my better judgment. When I had decided to go moving forward, I was gonna get into my 48, and then I had a really good raw bench session and was like, oh, I just need to use my leg drive better. Slingshot bench, that rang true again. I hit 197.5 kilos earlier this week on the slingshot bench, so I thought, oh, it's back, it's good. That's what it was, that's the ticket. So I was like, whatever, we'll throw on the 46 again and give that a go. So got into the 46, took 230, got it down to about a one board, tossed it up pretty good. Took 235, got that down to about a half board, tossed it back up, and then took 237.5, got a little greedy trying to get the touch, got the touch, tossed it back, and as soon as the shirt cut out, it just died. At that point, I was pretty choked. Again, you know, I knew what I did wrong. I shouldn't have gotten greedy, shouldn't have gone for the touch, but with the meet looming in my mind, it's hard not to think, I need to be able to touch and press something now. I compete in less than 2 weeks. I need to be able to touch and press something. So, again, was feeling pretty out of it and just bummed and whatever. I actually hit 215 for a triple, and that moved pretty well, actually. I was pretty happy with that. And also happy I was able to get through all my volume for the day without my bicep flaring up too bad. By the end, by the time I took my shirt off, it was pretty aggravated, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the week before, so small wins, right? From there, like I said, was feeling a little out of it mentally, a little emotionally drained once more by the repeated bouts of kind of beating my head against a brick wall with equipped bench, and went on to do my raw squat. And I could tell on the way up, it hurt a little bit more than it should have. Things weren't moving very quickly or very comfortably. And I took my last warm-up, or what should have been my last warm-up, at 270 kilos. And it was a slow, painful 10 RP. And that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I lost it. I would have gone home, but I had to stay and coach more clients that night. So I quit, I rage quit lifting. And sat on a bench with my hood up on my phone, talking to my coach and the world's team coach, trying to figure out where the hell to go from here, what the hell to do. I whined to Selena for a while. I kind of just bitched and moaned to anybody who would listen because I just needed some support at that point. Yeah, so not really a good day. I don't know if there's like a lesson or a takeaway, but sometimes things suck, and sometimes it's okay to get pissed off and take a second and feel shitty about it and feel sorry for yourself. But at some point, what I like to do is give myself a timeline. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and feel upset about this. I'm gonna go ahead and be pissed off and feel sorry for myself. And at, you know, after 10 minutes, or I'll set a timer at blank o'clock, it's time to let it go and time to move on. So that's what I've done. Like I said, it's Friday now, and things are feeling better. I've had a couple of successful bench days, raw bench anyways. I'll be back in my shirt next week. I've decided I'm gonna definitely go with the 48 for my first 2 attempts at Worlds, if not all 3. We'll see how it's going that day. But the plan is to use the old 48. I'll get the sleeves reinforced again because it's pretty creaky and you can hear seams popping and stuff on the way down. But I know I can throw 225, 227 on the bar and just toss it up in that shirt. So getting pretty jabbery again, but let's move on to the question of the day. So we got a question here from Adam Katz, and I thought this question was particularly relevant to, you know, how my training is going in some aspects right now. Adam was asking how I would go about meet prep if I had a minor strain about 6 weeks out. So given that I'm having some lumps in my training right now, I thought this would be a good question to answer. So personally, Adam, what I would do is I would err on the side of caution. I would stay away from anything that hurts it. I actually had an athlete, Bryn Hamilton, who competed at Classic Worlds just recently, and that entire training cycle we couldn't pull from the floor because her hamstring had been injured previously. She was deadlifting and her one foot slipped, and she still to this day has some issues with her hamstring. So anyways, that happened pretty close to Worlds. We did what we could, so that means she pulled from blocks for the entire training cycle. Some weeks she didn't pull at all. We were very reactive and proactive when we could be about what she could do and how much and how heavy. So you need to take a really hands-on approach. Sorry, let me finish that thought. Bryn went on to get very, very close to pulling for, I believe, an overall medal and a gold medal on her deadlift. So you can still be successful, but the first thing you need to do is not I don't want to say treat the injury, but you have to work around it. And it has to be a focus of your training. If you can't squat, try and find out what you can do. Can you lunge? Can you box squat? Can you safety bar squat? Can you pin squat? Can you pause squat? Can you squat high? Can you front squat? You know, if you can't deadlift, run the gamut of other exercises or keep it very light. The other thing I would do is I would seek treatment from a qualified professional and see if there's anything that you can do to help accelerate things. Sometimes some of the manual therapy modalities, be it acupuncture, electrostim, Graston, blah, 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 any of these things, if you have some of those that work for you and they make you feel better, use them to feel better. That would be another thing I would try to include. I would try to stay away from anything that's too aggressive. I wouldn't do a whole lot of rolling on it. You know, if you tear your skin, the last thing you're gonna do is like mash it up when you want it to heal really fast. I don't think that's gonna help. Anyways, yeah, I would try to work around it the best you can. Stay on the conservative side. Don't push things, and hopefully it's there on meet day, and if it's not, live to compete another day. You know, you might have to accept the fact that that's not there on that day and just move forward and be okay with that. So prepare for both sides of the coin, both potential outcomes. Maybe you go there and it's like, oh, I can do this today. Maybe you go there and it's like, man, this still feels like crap. I'm gonna token my deadlift today. And, you know, depending on where you're at in your lifting career and how much this meet means to you, that's gonna help make up your mind over whether or not you push through it or whether you know, token. But prepare for either potential outcome. Anyways, guys, I hope that helps you, Adam. And that's it for this video. Guys, continue to ask questions. I really like having so many questions to answer lately. And we're getting really, really close to Worlds. So hit that subscribe button to stay tuned with that. Like the video if you liked it. We'll see you guys next time.